Let's make some air-fried granola. And granola is so easy to make and doesn't take long. It's got oatmeal, brown sugar. I'm going to use a little bit of this organic date syrup instead of maple syrup, but you could certainly substitute maple syrup. I've got a little bit of honey in here, some nuts, some seeds, some cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla, and some coconut oil. You can't really see that, but that's coconut oil in there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and mix this together in a bowl. We are going to not put the seeds or the nuts in to start off with. We're just going to set those off to the side, and that's important to know. But we are going to mix these ingredients in. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? We have the oats in the bowl and our brown sugar. Let's go ahead and add in our half teaspoon of cinnamon. So that takes care of the dry ingredients. Now we could stir them around and just make sure that sugar is broken up here and make sure that everything is mixed well. Let's go ahead and get our wet ingredients in there. I'm going to start with the coconut oil. We got the coconut oil in there. Let's go ahead and add this date syrup in. And if you haven't tried this, this is a great alternative for a sweetener. If you're looking for something that's a little more natural, this has a lot of sweet flavor to it. Local honey. I always like to use local honey whenever possible. So I just want to mix this around. And I'm just using the little spoon now from the honey because that way I'm making sure that I'm using all of that honey because that makes it a little bit sweeter. And that way we're not wasting anything, right? Notice that when I'm stirring, I don't know if you can see this, but we're getting some natural clumping that's happening with the granola. We want to line our air fryer basket with a piece of parchment paper, and then we're going to take and make one layer. If I need to, I'll do this in 2 batches, and we're going to air fry it for just a few minutes, and then we'll stir it, then we'll add in our nuts, and then we'll come back and stir it again, and then add in our seeds. It'll only take minutes. At the 4-minute mark here, and I can start to smell my granola. It smells fantastic. You want to be very careful not to let granola burn. So that's one of the reasons why we're starting at a temp of 290. Pull my drawer out. We're gonna take a quick peek in here. So far, it looks really good. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move this so that I can function a little bit. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to just break it up just a little bit, stir it around so that we're making sure that we're toasting all the oats, because that's the beauty of granola, isn't it? It's that those oats get nice and toasty. We're just going to move it around just slightly. You got to be careful not to knock it through the parchment paper because we don't want this to all end up in the bottom of our basket. Now let's go ahead and add the almonds and pop this back in for a few more minutes. All right, so at the 7-minute mark, I could smell it cooking again, so I opened it back up to take a peek, and this is what we got. I'm going to go ahead and add my seeds in at this time. That's the sunflower seeds, and this is the pumpkin seed. Now, if I wanted to put in, I know a lot of you are thinking, what about some like dried fruits and things? You don't actually cook those, you put those in after. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that this is mixed in well enough, and we're going to let it go for about another 4 minutes and see what we've got. And take a look. Oh, this looks beautiful. Let's go ahead and set it out to cool. This granola can be a great part of your normal meal prep.